Have you ever had somebody block you on social media, block you in their phone, and block you in every other avenue that you could possibly take to contact them, and you trying to figure out why? Like it's so confusing on why they blocked you and you have no idea. Maybe you could think of a situation that played out or a scenario that happened, but in your mind, it just wasn't enough to be blocked. That's so petty and it's so childish, and you're trying to figure out why. And you're so confused and you're left wondering like, what's going on in this person's head? What's going on in this person's mind? And then they unblock you. Like true story, they unblock you. Real talk. They unblock you. And then you're like, oh, okay, what does that mean? But when they block you and unblock you and block you and unblock you, it still could be a sign that you're on someone's mind. And a lot of times, family, to me, this behavior of blocking and unblocking could say a lot about a person, their insecurities, their need to control, them feeling away, maybe them being jealous. It could be so many things. Because blocking is like an impulsive reaction driven by anger, driven by hurt, maybe driven by jealousy. And then unblocking can occur when a person's calmed down, or maybe they thought about it, or maybe the dust settled and they thought that they could handle things differently and they can do things differently. Or maybe they thought when they blocked you, they were going to get a reaction out of you because they wanted you to chase them. You never know. But the truth is, they're hoping in some way to reestablish contact at some point. And so here are some of the reasons why I think people block you and unblock you. Number one, they're big mad. Big mad. They mad because something that you did or something that they perceive that you did rubbed them the wrong way. Now they don't want you to call them. They don't want to see you. They don't want you to see them. They are done. They are over. They are through. And they have blocked you. But then what happens when they block you, but you don't chase them? What happens then? What happens when they block you and you're unbothered? See, it didn't work the way they thought that it would work, but they were big mad for whatever reason. And all of a sudden, when they blocked you, they hear crickets. There's no response from you. And yes, you could feel away. Yes, you could be hurt. Yes, you could be sad. Yes, you could be having that conversation with your family and friends. But at the end of the day, they don't know. They don't know. All they know is that they blocked you and they haven't heard from you because some of y'all moved forward. Some of y'all are not concerned with what these people are doing. And some of y'all, it rubs you the wrong way that they blocked you. And I do hear a lot of times people say, if a person blocks you, you give them their space to cool down and calm down. And to a certain extent, that's true. But there are many people that believe I'm good. Because if you block me, that means that you're done with me, that we're done, that you don't need me in your life. So now you move on and you move on for good. So they're big mad. So they want to block you so that they can control a narrative. And another reason people block and unblock is I truly believe it's an insecurity. Like they may act like they're so hard. They may act like they're not insecure, but they are truly in their emotions. They are in their feelings. They are feeling away. And I do understand that there are situations where people should be blocked. I get that there are those situations, but I'm not talking about them situations. I'm talking about some regular old things that you could have worked through, but in their mind, they had to block you because they have come out of their emotional frame and they cannot handle it. And a person blocking you says more about them than it does about you. A lot of these people are insecure because maybe some of the things that you're posting, it doesn't feel good to them. Maybe some of the things that you're doing, they want to do it too. Maybe they want to live the life that you're living and they won't admit that, right? You never know why people do what they do. And your mere presence, your mere essence might trigger their insecurities. So now all of a sudden they got to fall back. You didn't even you literally didn't do anything, but now all of a sudden they got to fall back just because of who you are, and who you are is a great person, but they can't handle it in their own lives. And it could be because they envy you, or you represent something they're struggling with, or they want to be more like you, or they want to be you. It's a multitude of things. And then they unblock you, maybe in hopes that you would reach out, in hopes that you would notice that they blocked you. But the reality is, family, some of y'all don't even know that you've been blocked. Y'all are so busy living your best life, so busy moving forward and moving the needle forward that you don't even know that these people are still feeling this way about you. Like it could be something that happened months ago, days ago, years ago, and you moved on, but they haven't. You still blocked and you didn't even know it. So that's the thing. A lot of times people are insecure because they think that you feel the way they feel, but you're unbothered. And another reason people block you and unblock you, maybe it is something that you truly did. And maybe to that person, it feels like it was so offensive that they can't come back from it. What you did made them so mad. You crossed a boundary in their lives. Something that you did made them feel uncomfortable in their hearts. You understand what I'm saying? And so I get that they blocked you because it didn't feel good what you did. And maybe they want to send you a sign or send you a message that you hurt me, so I'm blocking you because I no longer want you in my life or in my vicinity or anywhere in my essence. And then again, they unblock you because maybe they thought that they were too harsh in their response, too harsh in how they handle things. They sat back and they relaxed and came into their emotional frame. And now they're like, okay, I guess this didn't require blocking. Maybe this could have been a general one-off conversation that I had with this person, as opposed to making such a strong, or as opposed to having such a strong reaction. And another reason, which is very common, why people block you and unblock you is because they want control. They want to feel like they have control over the conversation. They want to feel like they are controlling the interaction, controlling the narrative. They want to feel like they are in charge. And they want to send a message to you. This is how it's going to go. This is how the game's going to go. This is how this relationship's going to go. This is how this situation is going to go. They are telling you what it is. So when they block you, it is a way for them to control you and to control the narrative. Because them blocking you is truly silencing your voice. They're not even giving you an opportunity to state your case. They're not even giving you an opportunity to be an adult and handle things in an adult-like manner. They're just not. Because they want to be in control. And then when they get ready to unblock you, it's just a sign to let you know I'm in control, right? I'm in control. Because they think you're sitting and waiting and watching and hoping. And they're testing the waters because they want to see, are you going to reach out? Are you going to come and try to slick stalk them? Are you going to create fake pages, call them from fake Google numbers? They want to see what it is because maybe for some reason, psychologically, it makes them feel good to be wanted. Y'all, people are different. And so a lot of times people block you and then unblock you because they want to control a narrative for whatever reason. And they block you again for emotional regulation. Like I said, they came out of their frame and now they're back into their frame. Now the dust has settled. Now they're calmed down. But they blocked you because maybe they could not handle your success. They literally could not handle who you are. They so jealous. And the sad part is, family, a lot of y'all help these people. You wanted more for these people. You were there for these people, helping them with their finances, helping them with their lives, helping them with their kids, helping them with their life strategy, helping them with their businesses. But now they want to block you? Like real talk, after all you've done for them, y'all, let me calm down. Let me use my inside voice. It behooves me that you can do so much for a person and they can turn around and play in your face, turn around and tap dance all on your heart, play games in your face, and take respect off of your name after all you've done for them. Because sometimes, family, that's how people like that roll. They roll like that. They move in emotions. They're mad, so you blocked. Then they're not mad, so you're unblocked. And then you're blocked. And then you're unblocked. And family, who has time for the games? Like we're big ages. We're not babies and we big ages. I'm sorry for the teenagers that are watching this video, but for the majority of the people watching this video, we are big ages. Nobody's playing that game. Who? Where? Who's blocking and unblocking? Because we all in our emotions, no one's doing that anymore, family. So at the end of the day, when people and these individuals do that to you, know that it's definitely a reflection of them internally, because that is not the appropriate way to handle business. And it's not the appropriate way to have adult conversations, not in this season. And there's truly psychology behind reasons why people block you. Maybe it's cognitive dissonance. That's when you hold two contradictory thoughts in your mind at the same time. For example, you want to lose weight, but you're not trying to work out and you're not trying to eat right. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know the things you're supposed to do that are right to get the goal that you want to get and to obtain the goal that you want to obtain, but you're not doing it. So what does that cause? Confusion, frustration, lack of self-worth, sadness, all the things. So these people are dealing in cognitive dissonance. Also, their ego. What is ego? Edging God out. A person's sense of self-importance and their own perception of their own value. That's ego. So a lot of times, family, you're dealing with people with big egos. They overconfident. Y'all, they think so much more of themselves than there are. They're overconfident. They're arrogant. I'll wait. Tell me I'm lying. They're arrogant. It's hard for them to admit any wrongdoing, and they're typically wrong, but they won't say it and they won't apologize because they know what it is, and they're hard-headed. And so a lot of times, family, depending on the capacity of relationship you have with these people, this is what you were dealing with. It's also, this is the psychology behind these people making these emotional, rash decisions. And like I said, I do understand that there are reasons for people to be blocked. True indeed. But I'm not talking about those one-off situations. I'm talking about collectively as a whole. People could handle things better than the way that they do because it's internal. So not just cognitive dissonance, not just ego, but also the need for validation. They got to feel good. They need people around them to make them feel good. They got to feel loved. They got to feel desired for it, like, and worshiped. Who's doing that for them? Not you. You know what I'm saying? They expect you to be that for them. No, them people need God. You're not their God. You can't sit there and make them feel good and make them feel better. And true indeed, we have the power to make people feel good. And so we do what we can. But I'm talking about the over excess, the doing too much, the people-pleasing tendencies that these people tend to carry, and they project their issues onto you and have the expectation that you're going to fix them. Absolutely not. You can't. They want validation, so they think because they block you, oh, it makes them feel good because you're chasing them. She thought when she blocked you, you was going to blow her phone up, that you was going to call her from different numbers and text her from random numbers and pop up at her house. But what if you don't, though? Then what? So they're out here looking for validation, but they're not going to get that from you. So a lot of times, family, again, it is more about the person who blocked you, more about their internal struggles than something that you're doing. So what do you do when someone unblocks you? And then what do you do when somebody blocks you? And then unblocks you again and blocks you? What do you do? And I would say you can't take it personally. At the end of the day, family, if there's something that you did and you felt like it was warranted for them to block you, then that's a different conversation. You, as a mature human and as a mature adult, you fix that. Right? That's what that looks like. You fix that. But any other scenario where it's them trying to exert control and them feeling a way about you and being emotionally out of their frame and acting unstable and being arrogant, you can't take it personally because people are going to be them. A lot of times we meet people and we don't know what them people went through before they met us. We don't know what those people were dealing in before they knew us. So you allow people to be them. That is them. That is not you. That's not your problems. That is not your circus, and those are not your clowns. So you don't have to worry about all that. So you stay in your frame and you don't take it personally because usually, typically, it's not about you. And another thing that you can do when a person blocks you and unblocks you is you can't overthink it. Sometimes when people do that to us, you're like, oh my gosh, what do I do? What did I do? I wonder what they're thinking. Does this mean we're done? Does it mean it's over? If I don't respond to them, maybe they'll go away forever. Maybe they'll leave me. No, you can't think like that because you can't overthink it. You just gotta know you did the best that you could. Even for those people who warranted the blocking to happen, you rectified the situation. If they don't want to interact with you, it is what it is. You keep it moving. Y'all, life is too short to be concerned with other people. We have to build our own lives. We have to work on us. Life is too short. When you think of a lifespan, think of your age. And think of the age, which is, the point when your body starts to break down or you can't do things like you used to. Your hearing is not that effective. Your mind is not so alert. That's typically between 80 and 90. So between your age now and 80 and 90, not to say that you can't live beyond 90 because I believe you'll live forever, but between your age and 90, y'all, we have a short lifespan. So in this time that you have, you want to live the best life that you can. You want to be happy. You want to be around people who are happy for you, happy with you, and love you. You don't have time to be tied down concerning yourself with why somebody blocked you and unblocked you because it doesn't matter. There are billions of people in this world. It doesn't matter what one person does. So what? They want to block you. You cannot overthink that because if you overthink and you overthink and you overthink, you're going to drive yourself crazy. And now you're thinking about what they're doing and where they are and how's this going to work. No, all you can do is move forward. You've said your apologies if you were the one that was wrong. If you don't understand why they blocked you and they did it, you know the type of person you're dealing with. And you know how to handle that person. And if they do come back and you choose to allow them back, you know how to have the mature adult conversations and you know how to move on and move forward in your life. But you can't overthink it because that's taken energy away for you to live your best life and it's taken energy away for you to heal. And you have to focus on your own well-being. Surround yourself with the people who love you. Surround yourself with your friends who care about you. Yo, I feel like we could have everything going for us in the world, but we focus on that one thing that we don't have. So many of us who aren't married or aren't in a relationship, you got everything going for you in your life, don't you? I'll wait. Think about it. Don't you? You have everything going for you, but your sole focus is on what you don't have, on what you lack. No, man, look at, yo, you have love all around you. What do you need? You have everything that you need. And whatever it is that you feel like you don't have, I promise you it's coming, but you have to believe that. You have to believe that the desires of your heart is coming. You have to believe that everything that you want in your life is coming and it's coming soon and it's coming very, very soon. But you have to focus on your well-being. What you gonna do? You gonna die because they blocked you? You're gonna be sad for so long because they blocked you? And I get it, it hurts. It hurts when the person you loved and the person you love and the person you care about treats you that way. It hurts you when someone did you wrong after you did them right. It hurts when you've been so good to people and this is how they handle things and this is how they treat you. But family, sometimes people are just the way they are. And we can't change people. So you're not going to die. You're not going to sit here. And I do get it. You're sad. But you have to put an end date to that sadness. You can't be sad forever. Now you losing weight or gaining weight, concerned, sad. And the minute the person unblocks you and calls you again, now you're happy and feeling good. Absolutely not. We're not going to let the exterior and the external dictate how we feel. No, we're going to dictate how we feel because we're in control of that. And we make the choice every single day that we're going to choose to be happy, irregardless of what this person is doing on the outside. And then family, you have to set boundaries. Really think about what this person is doing. Think about how you are allowing this person to show up in your life. Is that okay? Would you want someone to do that to your daughter or your son? Would you want someone to do that to someone you love? If one of your friends came and told you what that person was doing to them, you would give them real advice. You would say things like, oh, cut them off. Oh my goodness, you better than that. So why can't you take your own advice? Because we sit here and we like to give advice, all of us. We sit here and we like to give advice, but we don't take the advice that we give. It is a human flaw. So family, think about it. You got to set boundaries and consider how you want to interact with this person moving forward. Do you want them to show up in your life like this? Are you okay with them blocking you and unblocking you? Because the reality is when a person treats you that way, they tend to lose respect for you a little bit more. And when you allow them back in your life, they lose respect for you a little bit more until the respect is gone. No, you have to stand up for yourself and put some respect on your own name, even if they're not. So you got to ask yourself, is this the type of situation I want to be in? You got to set boundaries for yourself and say, do I want this person to cross this boundary? No, family, you got to get real serious. And I've said it before and I've said it again. I love movies. And in the movies, The Lord of the Rings, they had the wizard. And the wizard was standing on the bridge and blocking a very evil force from crossing over the bridge. And he had a staff in his hand and he took his staff and he stuck it in the ground. And he said, you shall not pass. And he meant that with every bone in his body. And that is how we have to get about the thoughts that we're thinking and the people that we are allowing in our lives to cross our boundaries. Absolutely not. Run it back. You're not going to cross that boundary. And you got to be serious about that when you say that, because you can't allow these people to run rampant in your life. They're not letting you run rampant in their lives. They're not letting you, they're not even allowing you to enter in those spaces in their lives, but they all running through yours. Absolutely not. So you got to understand and know that they can't deal with you. And maybe you need to be the one to block them. Maybe you should block them. Oh, they want to play in your life like that? They want to block you and play games on you? How about you be the one to block them and move on with your merry life? Because at the end of the day, they will need you way more than you will ever need them, because that's the type of person you are and that's the type of time you want. Know that. So in conclusion, family, They blocked you. Okay. They unblocked you. Okay. Either way, I want you to try really, really, really hard to be unbothered. Be unbothered, because ultimately this says a lot more about the person than it says about you. When they unblock you and block you, unblock you and block you, you do not have time for that confusion. You are trying to live a better life. You are trying to do more in your life and be more and have more with the people who are more. You do not deserve to be treated that way, not in this season, not in any season. This is a new year. How are you going to have old ways brought into a new year? Absolutely not. Cut it at the neck. You are done with that. You are done being treated that way. You are done with someone blocking you and unblocking you. And here's the thing, if they're jealous of you, okay, that's fine, whatever. You're going to give them a show, because you're going to continue to be this great, good person that they're so jealous of. You're going to continue to be this great, good person that they can't handle. But at the end of the day, you are not going to allow that in your life. You are not going to take it personally. You are not going to overthink it. You are going to set boundaries, and you're going to move on and move forward, because life has so much in store for you. Whatever you believe in, God, the universe, your creator, whatever you believe in, there's so much more in store for you. And you gotta know that when a person blocks you and unblocks you, that says more about them than it does about you. It doesn't matter if they block you or unblock you. Let them people cook. At the end of the day, you know who you are. And if you don't, you better know who you are real quick, because you're a real one. And like I always say, who doesn't want to be close to the sun? Just something to think about, family. Stay inspired. And by the way, I want to say thank you all for watching my videos, for subscribing to my channel. It really means a lot to me. My channel is growing. I started YouTube with the intention of just sharing the many lessons that I learned along the way. And I'm so happy to see that it's resonating with so many people. I hope you have a good day. Stay inspired.